Red Zone weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
8:54 p.m. and we have our first tornado warning of the evening for southern Mobile County. Good Wednesday evening to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson, joined alongside executive producer Bruce Thompson. Here's your tornado warning polygon, and this is going to include areas near Grand Bay and Bayou La Batre. This is for the southwestern corner of Mobile County, and this is a warning, meaning you need to take action to protect life and property as we have a possible tornado coming into areas just to the west of Bayou La Batre, coming out towards I-10 and Grand Bay over the next few minutes. This warning does not include the city of Mobile or Pritchard at this point. And this is going to be a tornado warning that is on the board until 9:45 p.m. The main line of storms this evening is now working its way into West Alabama, but this is the only tornado warning that we have on the board, and this is the first one, valid as of 8:55 p.m. I'm going to get out our Red Zone Weather app alert for our folks in southern Mobile County under this brand new tornado warning polygon, and the call to action is going to be along and south of Interstate 10 in Mobile County, specifically down around Grand Bay. That's going to be the area of concern up first, where we could have a possible tornado moving in. And again, for the folks in Grand Bay and Bayou La Batre, you are up first, and this is going to be a tornado warning that is in place for you. And again, for the folks in Mobile County, you are about to receive a tornado warning alert. In fact, you just got that if you're in our Mobile County Club in the Red Zone Weather app. First thing I want to do, let's show you who's involved in this warning. This is a tiny part of Mobile County. Mobile County is a large county here in southwest Alabama. This is a tiny part of Mobile County under the gun from this possible tornado. If you're in the city of Mobile, the weather is getting worse, but you're not under a warning if you're in Mobile, West Mobile, Pritchard, Saraland, Satsuma, Creola. This is specifically for Grand Bay and Bayou La Batre. Let's zoom into this area and we'll show you who's involved. And again, this includes Irvington, Grand Bay, St. Elmo, also areas near Bayou La Batre involved in this active tornado warning. Dixon Corner, also Fernland out here involved in this. This is going to be U.S. Highway 98. This is Interstate 10. Union Chapel, I believe, is in. Actually, excuse me, Union Church, I apologize. They are out. Same thing at D's. If you live at D's, you are out of the polygon. But again, for the folks in Grand Bay, Fernland, also Irvington, Dixon Corner, and areas near and just to the west of Bayou La Batre, you are involved in this tornado warning polygon. Now, if you're on the western shore of Mobile Bay at DIP, you are okay. You're not involved in this warning. Bellefontaine, Bellingrath Gardens, also Alabama Port, Sunny Cove, Dauphin Island, you're okay. This is not for you. This is specifically for Grand Bay and areas near Bayou La Batre under this tornado warning. Let's back out and show you what's happening across the region, because this is the first tornado warning of the evening. I suspect that there will be more. But there is some good news along with all this. This is actually your main batch of storms, and once this main batch moves through your location, we'll be able to give you an all clear. In fact, we can already do that. If you are at Citronelle or areas near Vinegar Bend, you get an all clear. The severe weather risk is over. It's done. You can go to sleep in peace and not worry about severe storms tonight if you are at Deer Park, Vinegar Bend, or also Citronelle, because those communities are back behind this line of thunderstorms. But again, out ahead of the line is where we're really concerned about. We'll zoom into southern Mobile and Baldwin counties, and your one tornado warning is in effect for southern Mobile County, really southwest Mobile County, basically from I-10 point south down to the coast near Bayou La Batre and just to the west of there. And this tornado, possible tornado I should say, is moving to the north. Let's go over to the iPad view and we'll show you the velocity on this on radar scope. And right in through here is going to be your area of main concern. This is basically a water spout right now, about to come on shore. You can see some lightning associated with that mesocyclone in through here on velocity. Your counterclockwise circulation looks something like that. All right, so that's your circulation right in through here, and it's moving like that. And so on that course, It's on a collision course with Grand Bay. So no doubt about it, if you're at Grand Bay, you need to be taking your tornado precautions, getting to that tornado safe place right now. If you will swivel that Mac around so we can get to our graphics and show the folks in Grand Bay exactly what you need to be doing right now so we can, again, get the folks sheltered. Lowest floor of a site-built structure is where you want to be. If you have a basement, that's great. The basement is the best possible place to be, but you don't have to be in a basement, all right? You can survive a tornado in the lowest floor of a site-built structure, away from windows and doors, putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. Executive producer Bruce Thompson, just getting now our graphics up. Thank you for that. Again, underground basement is great. If you can't get there, that's okay. Put on a helmet, all right? Even if this is a brief spin-up tornado, if it affects your house, it's a big deal. All right, so put the helmets on. If you don't have a helmet, grab a cooking pot, something to protect your head. Take a screenshot of this list because this is what you need to do anytime there's an active tornado warning for your location. Let's go back over to the LD1 system. And we'll put this in motion because the cell that triggered this came out of the Gulf of Mexico. And what has happened, it has crossed the Mississippi Sound. You can see it right there. And there's your warning. You can kind of see this little hook echo on radar right in through there. Associated with this developing mesocyclone that could be producing a tornado. Let's keep a close watch on the debris signature, the correlation coefficient. Nothing down there at this point. We'll go over to the iPad and show you that. Zooming in on this area, here's Bayou La Battery right here. This is Grand Bay. US Highway 98 is right here. This is Interstate 10. There's your tornado warning box in through here. Watching this area right in through here, just to the west of Bayou La Battery for a potential debris signature. At this point, we see nothing, and that's what we want to continue to see. Hopefully this thing will not be down at producing damage, but with a signature like that, there definitely could be some rotation and there could be a spin-up tornado coming into Grand Bay. This is really a concern more for Grand Bay than it is Bayou La Battery. In fact, you see the text Bayou La Battery just out of that warning polygon, but we encourage folks in Bayou La Battery to take those tornado warning precautions as a course of least regret. Back over to LD1, and we'll zoom in. Here's your tornado warning. And we can hear some thunder where we are at our studio location in Bruton, Alabama, seeing storms intensifying across our local area. And the Weather Service is indicating in our NWS chat system that the tornado circulation is very near Henderson Camp Road, right in through here, moving towards Alabama Highway 188 and also US Highway 90 just to the east of Grand Bay, very near Grand Bay. So if you're at Irvington or Grand Bay, you need to be getting in your tornado safe place right now. Back over to LD2, we'll show you a wide view of what's happening across the state. And this is a system that has prompted several tornado warnings over the last few hours across parts of Louisiana and Mississippi. We had a violent tornado earlier this morning near Orange, Texas that did quite a bit of considerable damage. Dramatic video on the Red Zone Weather Facebook page from that tornado earlier. And we are here because of this. We actually have a tornado warning in southern Mobile County. Lots of rain spreading across our local area this evening. And I'm going to restart that system, Bruce, because our level 2 radar source went bad there for a second. You're looking at the regional composite view there. There we go. We're getting that system back up now. There we go. Let's take LD1 full because this is the local radar. And like I said, we've got numerous showers and thunderstorms really inundating our area right now. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder. We're hearing thunder where we are in Bruton. But these storms mostly are under severe limits. The one warning that we have is this active tornado warning due to a possible tornado coming into areas near Alabama Highway 188 near Grand Bay. And you can kind of see a signature here. Look at that. There's your hook right in through here. This is going to be Alabama Highway 188 right here. This is US Highway 98. Interstate 10 is right here. This is Grand Bay. Fernland is here. You got an airport right in through here. Irvington is there. And so if you're at those three locations, please be in your tornado safe place. And with this signature, I wouldn't be shocked if this warning is extended. And so what I'm telling you, if you know someone at D's, Dawes, also areas near Seven Hills, Baker High School, the campus of the University of South Alabama, West Mobile. I'm putting you on notice, you may get a tornado warning in the next few minutes. If you know someone in those areas, tag them in the comments below so they will go ahead and pick up our stream and watch this coverage as we have a potentially serious situation right in through here near Grand Bay with this storm, really an isolated storm just ahead of the main line of storms pushing off to the north. And so your storm motion in through here is just like this. This is going to quickly come out of this tornado warning box and be an issue for a more highly populated area. Down in through here in southern Mobile County, this is a lot of bayou and marshland down in through here, but the population density really starts going up once you get into Grand Bay and Irvington, and of course points north of the interstate out in these neighborhoods, really near Azalea Road, back over to Baker High School, near the Mobile Regional Airport right there. That circle, by the way, is the Mobile radar site. If you're familiar with Mobile Regional Airport, right there when you turn right, going into the Mobile Regional Airport from Mobile, in other words, if you're traveling westbound on Airport Boulevard and swing a right going into the airport, there is a dome right there at the south end of the main runway at Mobile Regional. That dome on top of that tower is the radar site, this radar that you're looking at. And this storm is going to pass near or just to the west of the Mobile radar if this trajectory continues. And so watching this situation very carefully, as we have a tornadic circulation very near Henderson Camp Road a few minutes ago. Let's go back over to the velocity view though on iPad, because I do think this circulation has broadened out just a bit, but as we often see in situations like this thing could be cycling up and down. In other words, you may get a brief stint where it's weaker, and then you may get a brief stint where it's a bit stronger, but nonetheless, we see a broad indication here of counterclockwise circulation that could be producing a tornado very near the U.S. Highway 98 corridor, near and just to the east of Grand Bay at this point, along Alabama Highway 188. We would encourage no travel at this point from Grand Bay back up to Theodore on U.S. Highway 98. Same thing on I-10, I should say, from the Grand Bay exit all the way up to Tillman's Corner. No travel at this point on Interstate 10. If you know someone traveling on Interstate 10, westbound, eastbound, doesn't matter. If they're in South Mobile County coming out here towards the Mississippi line, you need to call them, text them, tag them, do what you need to do to let them know that we have an active tornado warning. Bruce, you getting any reports from southern Mobile County of anything significant down there? You know, it's really tough because at nighttime these things are just very difficult to see. And here's the thing too, we got all this rain in Alabama and Northwest Florida. It is so difficult to ever see a tornado coming because we have these rain-wrapped cells. In this case, it's really a rain-wrapped supercell just out ahead of the main line of thunderstorms. Let's check on that. Right in through there though, that thing is hanging on, all right? It's not going away. There is just a semblance of rotation in through here, no doubt about it. And this may be veering a little bit more to the right. And so on that trajectory, again, this could be more of an issue for West Mobile in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see if the Weather Service decides to issue another tornado warning in a matter of moments. Let's go back over to the LD1 source and show you the reflectivity. And man, oh man, look at all that red and orange on the map. You know what that means on this view. Very heavy rain is happening across our region, extending from South Mobile County northward to U.S. Highway 45 right here. I should say. This is U.S. Highway 90. U.S. Highway 43 is here. Very heavy rain across Mobile County at this point. And tell you what, let's look at our watch warning map to see. You know what, we got a new tornado warning to tell you about. So tell you what, let's go over to LD2. And this is going to be a separate tornado warning that's going to include a big chunk of the western part of the Mobile Metro. Current time is 9:08 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside Bruce Thompson. This is going to be a tornado warning until 10 o'clock local time. And so this has really escalated over the last few minutes, and we now have a new tornado warning in place. Back over to LD1, please. New tornado warning for south central Mobile County. So what we're going to do is get out yet another app alert for our good folks in Mobile County, now under the gun from a possible tornado situated very near Irvington. And this thing continues to lift off to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. So the thing's moving to the north at about 30. And this is going to be a tornado warning for West Mobile and much of south central Mobile County till 10 o'clock. And so if you're in our Mobile County Club there in the Red Zone Weather app, if you go into the Alerts tab and turn on Mobile County, you just got another tornado warning. It's because of this. Let's take off the radar data here, and I'll show you exactly who's involved in this new warning. So again, what has happened, you had one tornado warning down to the south that included Irvington, Grand Bay, Bayou La Batre, areas near Alabama Highway 188. That warning has been replaced by a new warning that now includes West Mobile, Tillman's Corner, Theodore, areas near Baker High School, also areas out here near the Mobile Regional Airport, Dawes, Seven Hills, the campus of the University of South Alabama, the Orchard neighborhood right here, Crichton. You've also got areas out here near Azalea Road involved in this new tornado warning, and really all of these neighborhoods in the western part of the Mobile Metro now under the gun from a possible tornado moving in from the south. And so if I just called you out, you need to be implementing those tornado plans, that tornado safe place plan right now, as we could have a possible tornado moving in. Back over to the iPad we go, and we'll show you the warning on velocity, because here it is. Here's your new polygon. I'll draw it out real quick just to highlight it. And your possible tornado is down here very near the interstate at this point, Interstate 10, near or just to the west of Theodore. This thing is moving just like that. And so it looks like this is going to be more of an issue for areas here near Seven Hills, and also coming into areas near Azalea Road, also near Baker High School, and perhaps just to the east of there along Airport Boulevard. If you live within 5 miles of any of those places that I just called out, same thing at the University of South Alabama, you need to be implementing that tornado safe plan now. Don't wait, because this thing is moving very quickly at 30 miles an hour. It's not 30 miles an hour like me and you going down the highway. It's 30 miles an hour unhindered, all right? Moving very quickly off to the north-northeast just like that in Mobile County. And by the way, this does also include Crichton and areas in really the southern part of Pritchard. And so if you're in the southern part of Pritchard, you need to be implementing that tornado safe plan right now. Current time is 9:11 p.m. And I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside executive producer Bruce Thompson, tracking a possible tornado. Back over to LD1, and we'll show you the warnings right there. And this is for Mobile County. If you're in the northern half of Mobile County, really north of Wilmer, north of Chinchula, Saraland, all those areas, Citronelle, Mount Vernon, Creola, they are okay. All right, you're okay in those areas. But specifically from Seven Hills and the campus of the University of South Alabama back to the south in the western part of the Mobile Metro, these are the areas under the gun from this possible tornado. I realize that the weather in all those areas that I just called out is horrible. North end of the county, south end of the county, in Mobile County, bad weather, yes, but the tornado threat is specifically coming into the western part of the Mobile Metro, very near Mobile Regional at this point. The Weather Service indicating that this is now a strong circulation that's going to pass very near or just to the east of the Mobile Regional Airport, and we can see that as well on our velocity view here, because this is an active tornado warning that continues for central Mobile County. Let's zoom out across the region. For those of you that may be new, we get new folks watching our Red Zone Weather stream all the time, and we thank all of you for watching. But if you're new here, how this works, we focus on the folks that are in imminent danger, all right? If I'm not talking about you, it's not a slight against you or anything like that, but we've got to focus on the areas of main concern. And right now, those folks are in central Mobile County, very near the Mobile Regional Airport, Airport Boulevard, Azalea Road, also areas near McGregor, Spring Hill, also areas near Bel Air Mall involved in this tornado warning that's valid until 10 o'clock. This is going to be a warning that lasts several more minutes, and we're, of course, not leaving you until all the warnings are done tonight. We're getting an update from the Weather Service. This is going to be a continuation of the tornado warning. And looking at this, let me look at the text, because sometimes they will give you some tags at the bottom of this that will give a little bit more information. Yeah, this is still a radar indicated tornado. So the good news with this, I've had no reports of damage, but keep in mind, often when you have a situation like this, it will be a little bit until you get any reports of damage because of infrastructure problems and things like that. Bad cell service, things like that, especially at night, can often hinder the reports on the ground. And so possible tornado at this point is going to be right in through here, coming up into areas near the Mobile Regional Airport, Seven Hills, Baker High School, Airport Boulevard, McGregor, also areas near Spring Hill, the campus of the University of South Alabama, also Pritchard, Crichton, areas near Tillman's Corner and Theodore. You need to be sheltered. If I just called you out, you need to be in that safe place. If you're just now tuning in, current time is 9:15 p.m. and you need to be doing something about it right now. Get to that tornado safe place. Same thing at Dawes. Possible tornado is near Dawes right now. And let's actually see if we can go over to the regional radar view for 1 minute, Bruce, while I set the scene here. And if you'll take me over to LD2. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out our probe tool so we can call out some of the street names involved in this tornado warning. Because again, I know the major ones, of course: Azalea Road, McGregor, Spring Hill, Dauphin Street. Also, you've got areas near Bel Air Mall, also areas near I-65, Car City there in Pensacola, or excuse me, Car City and Mobile, not Pensacola, Car City and Mobile involved in the active tornado warning. But again, for folks in Mobile, you are under the gun from this possible tornado that is in south central Mobile County. All right, let's go back over to LD1. And look, if you see your street name pop up on this display, you need to be sheltered. There's Cottage Hill Road right here. This is going to be a main one. This is Schillinger right in through here. Schillinger Road. This is Airport Boulevard right there. You've also got areas near Mobile Regional Airport. Baker High School sits right here near Snow Road. You've also got Hamilton Creek Drive right here. County Road 33. You've also got areas here near York Haven Road, the University of South Alabama. You see where it says USA? That is centered right over the campus. You've got the restaurants in through there. Wonderful barbecue joint called the Brick Pit. If you're familiar with Mobile, there's the Brick Pit right here. You've got the bakery right next door. Great food in through there. Orchard is right here. This is a neighborhood. You've also got Crichton, Pritchard involved in this tornado warning. Possible tornado is going to be right in through here, lifting just like that. And this thing is going to be very near that Mobile radar site in a matter of moments, if it's not there already. Let's go back over to the iPad view, and we'll show you where this possible tornado is likely right now. Going to be right in here. And look, this thing is so close to the radar that it's probably going to get to the point where it's kind of tough to see it on radar. And it's already tough, of course, because it's at night. You are not going to be able to step outside and see this thing because we are 9:17 at night. And this possible tornado is certainly obscured by very heavy rain. Let's go back over to LD1. And again, tracking a possible tornado in southern Mobile County, the Weather Service has indicated that this circulation continues to be fairly pronounced. And I should mention as well that we do have an ongoing situation across the region where we have an active tornado watch that continues until 1 a.m. Let's go back over to the graphics and we'll show you that all of the following counties remain involved in this tornado watch: Washington, Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Alabama, and then in Florida you've got Escambia, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa counties involved in the tornado watch. Several questions. Will this expand? The answer is probably not, as we have much more stable air up here in place across inland areas. You probably are not going to have any issues in terms of severe weather tonight north of the U.S. Highway 84 corridor. And so what I'm telling you, Thomasville, Beatrice, Greenville, Troy, Luverne, Evergreen, you probably are going to be A-OK today with the issues likely well to the south. It's a level 2 risk night, and this is going to continue over the next few hours. Back over to LD1, we've been talking about those risk levels for the last few days, but this is the risk, and this is why we've been talking about it. We have an active tornado warning for southern Mobile County. Possible tornado is going to be right in through here, very near that radar site and very near Mobile Regional Airport. If you live within 5 miles the way the crow flies in any given direction of Mobile Regional Airport, you need to be taking action and implementing those tornado precautions right now. Lowest floor of a site-built structure away from windows and doors. Weather Service indicating that this is a continuation of the tornado warning box. In fact, you can see that they've trimmed this out. And so with that said, we should be giving some all clears at this point. Grand Bay, Bayou La Battery, Irvington, we can give you an all clear. The tornado threat has clearly passed to your north. And so what I'm telling you, Grand Bay, also Dees, Bayou La Battery, Alabama Highway 188, also Irvington. You can come out of that tornado safe place at this point, as the danger is now clearly to your north. The possible tornado has lifted, and it's now very near or just north of Interstate 10 in the western part of the Mobile, Alabama metro area. Back over to the iPad we go, and we'll show you that this has really gotten messy, and there's just not a clear-cut indication of where the circulation is. You see down here when this whole mess started about 20 minutes ago, really good semblance of rotation there. Once it moved on shore, it got a bit more broad near Irvington. And again, once it moved north, it really has broadened out. But I caution, this may be because this circulation is a bit closer to the radar. Generally speaking, you would kind of get a better view, and so I'm leaning towards the fact that this may be weaker. That may be the plausible scenario here, and that would be a good thing. But nonetheless, we want folks in West Mobile, areas near Baker High School, folks near Baker High School, also areas near Bel Air Mall. You've also got Crichton, Pritchard, Seven Hills, campus of University of South Alabama. All those areas, I want you to stay in that tornado safe place over the next several minutes, as we still have an active tornado warning until 10 o'clock. Hopefully, I'll be able to give you an all clear before that. I will tell you, though, we're watching another circulation out over Mobile Bay. This is going to be lifting just like that, and so we'll be watching to see if this ramps up, because that could be our next hot spot that could produce a tornado warning downwind, putting you on notice in downtown Mobile and areas near the causeway, near the battleship R&R Bluegill, near Spanish Fort, and just to the west of there. Those could be the next areas under the gun from a tornado warning if this separate circulation manages to strengthen. And so we'll watch that carefully over the next few minutes. Bruce, it is 9:21 p.m. Got anything to tell me about over there? Any reports of damage? By the way, for folks in Mobile County or anywhere across our region, if your power goes out, let us know in the comments below. We've said this before, and I'll say it again. We know that some of the folks from the local power companies and also our wonderful electric cooperatives across our region watch our coverage. And so we need you to let us know if your power goes out in the comments below, or even if you know someone whose power has gone out, let us know in the comments below. Let's go back over to LD1, and a bit of good news to pass along. It's time to give our first all clear to an entire county. If you are in Washington County, Alabama, you are done. Yes, you are done with the severe weather risk. It is 9:22 p.m. and we can give all of Washington County, Alabama an all clear. And that certainly is good news, because Washington County is the tornado warning capital of the world, as I call it. We get so many watches and warnings over in Washington County. Tonight, you lucked up. You didn't get a warning in Washington County, and the threat has come to an end. So we'll give you an all clear in all parts of Washington County. And really, this whole complex of storms is moving faster than anticipated. I had fully planned to be in this studio all night long, but I would imagine, based on the trajectory of the storms tonight, if we're able to give an all clear no later than at 3 a.m. And that time continues to progressively get sooner, and that's what we like to see. Hopefully we'll be able to do that, but we continue to watch this possible tornado in Mobile County. Back over to the iPad, and I tell you, this is broad. This is what we like to see. Now keep in mind, there may be a tornado down in through here somewhere in this mess of a velocity in through here just to the south or near the radar site at Mobile Regional Airport. But I'm liking what I'm seeing here. This is a very encouraging sign that while there may be a tornado in here, it's certainly, we're less confident than we were even 5 minutes ago. And so that's good news for everyone watching in this tornado warning polygon in Mobile County. You're under this tornado warning until 10 o'clock, but I suspect, based on the signature, we may be able to get a cancellation. But you know the drill. You need to stay in that tornado safe place until we give you an all clear and the Weather Service cancels the warning. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I know without a shadow of a doubt that if you're a parent and you've got kids in a tornado safe place, that can't be fun, especially if you got 4 or 5 kids in there. But please stay in that tornado safe place because we want you to be safe and do the right thing anytime we have an active tornado warning. So again, there's your tornado warning in central Mobile County. We're also watching this separate circulation out over Mobile Bay. No imminent concern, by the way, for DIP, Sunny Cove, also Alabama Port, Bayou La Battery, Dauphin Island, even Navco. You are okay at Navco right now. But that circulation is likely producing a water spout out over Mobile Bay, lifting off to the north. And on that trajectory, it could be an issue for areas near downtown Mobile, the Mobile River, also areas near Austell and the Battleship over the next 5 minutes. So we'll keep watching that circulation. And we're not going anywhere because we got an active tornado warning that continues for the next few minutes for central Mobile County. And so tell you what, let's go back over to LD1. And we'll put the radar in motion for you because this is the main deal tonight. It is, 9:30 almost, and we have the main batch of storms rolling through. That is great, great news because once this mess rolls through, what's going to happen? All these powerful thunderstorms are going to kill the instability out ahead of this. And we'll get to go to sleep hopefully a bit early tonight, which is what we like to see. Tornado watch continues for several local counties: Washington, Escambia, Baldwin, Mobile in Alabama, Okaloosa, Santa Rosa, and Escambia in Northwest Florida, valid until 1 a.m. And so yet again, another sign the Weather Service believes that by 1 a.m., hopefully the severe weather risk will be ending. That is the hope at this point. But again, we're watching this possible tornado in central Mobile County. Tell you what, let's go in here and kind of zoom in and see what we can find. Very heavy rain in through here. And the Weather Service is sending me a message about this because your possible tornado is going to be right in through here, very near Schillinger Road. Also very near Cottage Hill. You've also got areas near Spring Hill, the mall, Bel Air Mall, Airport Boulevard right here. The campus of the University of South Alabama should be implementing, or should have implemented, I should say, that tornado safety plan about 20 minutes ago at this point. But that's going to be where your possible tornado is. The Weather Service is saying that we have a circulation aloft on the Mobile tornado warning, aloft, likely not touching the ground at this point. And they're indicating that it's weakened a bit in the last scan, and that's a good sign, but they note that some cycling may be happening. In other words, it may have lifted, and we may be about to get another tornado that actually touches the ground and starts doing damage. And so we're encouraging everyone in central Mobile County, specifically near the campus of the University of South Alabama, Crichton, Orchard, Dawes, also areas near Tillman's Corner, to be in your safe place. If you're at Theodore, we'll give you an all clear. If you're at Theodore, south of Interstate 10. In fact, all places south of Interstate 10. I'm not talking about north of I-10. I'm talking about south of I-10. Theodore, areas near Irvington, Fernland, we'll give you an all clear. All right, south of the interstate, we'll give you an all clear. Nothing to worry about. The tornado risk is now clearly to your north. And this is a very broad, messy signature, but the Weather Service, I think, is doing the right thing in keeping this warning going for the next few minutes, as we could have a possible tornado in through here developing perhaps near the campus of the University of South Alabama. We'll zoom in real tight. And again, we're right on top of this radar at this point. Mobile Regional is right here. The National Weather Service office actually sits right here at that intersection. And so this would be your runway right here. This is Airport Boulevard. And in this area, you've got the campus of the University of South Alabama right in through here, main businesses in through there, Brick Pit Barbecue, the bakery that sits right next to it. You've also got the Arby's, also areas there near the Chick-fil-A. There's a Publix at this intersection right there on Airport Boulevard. Go down the road a little bit, you get to, there's a Fresh Market. There's also a Starbucks in through here on Airport Boulevard. You've also got Zoe's Kitchen right here. I'm calling out all the places that I frequent on Airport Boulevard right in through here, under the gun from a possible tornado. And you know what? Some good news to pass along. I think the Weather Service has opted to do something with this southern warning box. Let's see if that is indeed the case, because I think what's happened, they have trimmed out this this polygon down to the south, yeah, and they're keeping the active one going. And so if we back this up, I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's that other warning that they just popped off the board. And again, we've already given an all clear to Theodore, Fernland, and areas near Irvington, all right? So those areas are in the clear at this point. We will see if they opt to extend this warning, because if they do, what's going to happen, it's going to be a new warning. If I call you out, you need to be getting ready to implement that tornado safety plan if you go under a tornado warning. So if I call you out, get ready and be ready for a possible tornado warning. Creola, Saraland, Chickasaw, areas near Pritchard and north of Pritchard, really, out towards Chickasaw, Chinchula, also areas near the University of Mobile campus. Be ready, all right? Those are the areas that could go under the gun from a tornado warning. It's going to be really on the eastern periphery of this polygon right in through here. I think if you're at Lott and really out here on the Highway 45 corridor out here towards Georgetown, those areas are going to be out of the warning. It's too far west. But if you're in Malvilla or Cushla or areas near the University of Mobile campus, just be ready. You're not under a warning at this point, but you may go under a warning in the next few minutes if we get an extension of this in central Mobile County. It is now 9:30 p.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside executive producer Bruce Thompson, and we are tracking a possible tornado in central Mobile County. Let's show you what's happening across the region, kind of do a reset now that it's 9:30. And what happened about 30 minutes ago, we got our first tornado warning in parts of southern Mobile County down near Bayou La Battery and Grand Bay. And what's happened, that cell, watch it, there it comes. This has now entered central Mobile County, and it's prompted a tornado warning on the western side of the Mobile, Alabama metro area. It's the only warning that we have thus far as of 9:31 p.m. The rest of this mess, this whole saga of rain in through here, is basically benign, other than that one hot spot that could be producing a tornado in the central part of Mobile County. There's the entirety of Mobile County, and this is for a very small part of the county. In fact, the Weather Service has trimmed this back, this polygon, and we'll give you a few more all clears. If you're at Tillman's Corner, Theodore, areas near Irvington, Fern Lane, Grand Bay, D's, all clear. The tornado risk has now clearly passed to your north, and this possible tornado is going to be coming into areas near the campus of the University of South Alabama, if it's not there already, near and just to the east of the Mobile Regional Airport. Also areas near Crichton, Pritchard. This is really West Mobile, just to the west of I-65. You've got Dolphin Way Baptist Church. You've also got areas near all the car dealerships, Airport Boulevard, Azalea Road right in through here, involved in this active tornado warning that's valid until 10 o'clock. And so this is a tiny polygon at this point, one of the smaller ones that I have ever seen, because the Weather Service has trimmed this out. Tell you what, let's go back over to the velocity view. Same polygon at this point. We'll show it to you on velocity if we can do that on the iPad view. There it is. Here's your polygon. That's your radar site. That's the Mobile Regional Airport. Here's your polygon. Really right in through here is kind of where we would expect the tornado to be, but that is mighty broad. Frankly, I would be kind of surprised if there were a tornado down, but you know the drill. Anytime we have an active tornado warning, you got to respect that warning. And so stay in that safe place in central Mobile County over the next little bit. I tell you what, that thing out over Mobile Bay has really caught my eye, and that could be our next tornado warning polygon. And if it holds its strength, it would do something like that. All right, so that could be an issue potentially for areas near the Causeway, near the Bayway, near Spanish Fort, near Bromley, near Alabama Highway 225, and much of the Mobile-Tensaw River Delta could go under a tornado warning if that thing continues to hold its strength. It's a small, that is a tiny circulation. I mean, it's real small, but it's coming into areas near R&R in the Bluegill right now, basically near the Bayway and near the Causeway there, and the Battleship really as well. So we'll keep watching that. Let's go back over to LD2 and show you the wide view across the state and the region, because I know that we got folks watching all over. And if you are north of Thomasville, Alabama, north of Monroeville, north of Greenville, you are okay tonight. You have no severe weather risk if you are in central or north Alabama. And you know what? Even better news, let's go back over to LD1. No more tornado warning. The tornado warning is now gone for Mobile County. And so we can give you an all clear in Mobile County as the warning has officially been canceled. And so yes, you've got very heavy rain, you've got lots of lightning, you've got horrible weather at this point in Mobile County, but you don't have a tornado warning. There it is. This warning was prompted about 20 minutes ago, and it started down here around Bayou La Battery and Alabama Highway 188, coming into areas near I-10. Watch it. There it comes. And you can see that it's gone at this point. We have no active tornado warnings, and that is certainly what we like to see as of 9:34 p.m. So what I want to do right before we leave you, and we'll be leaving you in just a minute till we get our next warning, but I want to show you the wide view of what's happening across the region. Let me put the radar in motion for you, and you will see that it has been a very, very active few hours across our region in terms of rain spreading across. And you know what, as well, I think it's prudent to go ahead and give a few all clears, because this main batch of storms has really, let's see if we can switch over to the level 3 radar, which will be a little bit easier on our system. There we go. What's happened here, we can give you an all clear at this point, because so much of this was more of a marginal risk anyway up here north of Highway 84. But we gave an all clear to all of Washington County about 20 minutes ago. So again, all of Washington County in Alabama, you got an all clear. That is the only entire county that we've been able to give an all clear to thus far. But I can tell you, based on this look, it's not going to be terribly too long until we're able to give more counties an all clear. And so Washington and Choctaw County at this point, if you're at Choctaw County all clear, really the risk up here was basically zero anyway. But Washington and Washington and Choctaw get an all clear. It won't be long until we can give a complete severe weather all clear to Clark County as well. But everyone else, you need to really, really watch this over the next few hours. I think that if we have a tornado warning in the hours ahead, I would almost bet you that it's going to happen down here around the coast. Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Alabama, Escambia, Florida, Santa Rosa, Okaloosa. That's going to be the zone where we're really watching to see if we can have more in the way of tornado warnings down and through there. Let's clear that out. I want to show you something called the surface-based CAPE, and I showed Bruce this a bit earlier. This is the limiting factor, and I think this kind of is a good tool to show exactly why that tornado warning or tornado warning storm most likely fizzled out. The storm started down here in this air that's very, very conducive for severe weather, really south of Dauphin Island. But what's happening here, you're going to get this tongue of instability that's going to move to the east in the hours ahead. And that's why we're telling you, especially Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia County, Alabama, point south in northwest Florida as well. These are the zones that have the greatest chance of seeing severe storms, because the upper dynamics of this system are far removed. Let's go back over to LD2 and we'll show you that in action. All the major dynamics of this storm associated with this area of low pressure are back in through here. We kind of have this mismatch of ingredients that's so common in the winter months around here. And all your instability, surface-based instability anyway, is down here around the Alabama and northwest Florida beaches. And so when you see that mismatch, it often creates a scenario where you will have brief tornadoes down around the coast, but that's pretty much it. And so hopefully that will be the case tonight. I have heard of no damage in Mobile County over the next little bit. Over the last few minutes, I should say. We'll be watching that over the next little bit. Bruce, have you had any reports of damage? All right, no reports of damage, and so that's a good thing. Take me back over to the iPad, if you will, please, sir, because the Weather Service is noting that they're most concerned at this point about some of these transient areas of rotation. This one is at several miles south of Gulf Shores. Let's measure that real quick. That little circulation center is about 20 miles to the south-southwest of Gulf Shores, Alabama, and that is arguably the strongest indication of rotation that I see anywhere in our local area. And so it's going to be things just like that that we're watching over the next few minutes as this whole system continues moving off to the east. But as of now, we have no active tornado warnings. Let's go back over to LD2. An active tornado watch does continue until 1 a.m. local time for Washington, Escambia, Alabama, Mobile, and Baldwin counties, and then also Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa counties in Northwest Florida. We will come back on Facebook Live for the very latest if we have more tornado warnings. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm Spinks Megginson saying goodbye for now. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. We will see you soon.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.